Alrighty, folks. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? It's Arbanaka. Um, so yeah, the this video is for Cam123 and Stephen Rose. Shout out to you guys. Um, well, first let's start with Stephen. Stephen made a pretty interesting video earlier. It was about ghosting, where there's this double standard when it comes to dating, and female tend to actually, to them it's okay for them to actually go somebody to, like, play them or whatever the case may be, but when it's done to them, then they want to cry foul play. And it's not it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise because to them their power kind of realizes, like, women, they they don't really like to make the first move, right? So then when they do, they feel pretty confident that, okay, I got this guy by the back. And so when that happens, when they get rejected, so they get hurt like twice as bad. And to them, it's like getting a slap in the face. But an interesting thing that also usually happened though, right? Because the chick that Steven was talking about was Amanda, and Amanda mentioned that if you ghost a girl, then she gonna let her group of friends know, and then therefore you have no chance with her girlfriends. But the flaws in that argument is this: women don't expect guys to have standard. They don't, in general, they don't expect guys to have standards. So when that actually occur, when a man able to actually say no to a female or actually just ghost her, so the message that he actually sent to the other chick now is that, okay, there's a guy with standard. There's a guy that not any chick is actually gonna be able to get with him. So that kind of enticed that competition. That kind of actually propped him up as a man of value. So then, therefore, the girlfriends that you might be bashing, you might be bashing the dudes to your girlfriends. These are the girlfriends that now is actually gonna go behind your back and try to get with the guy that rejected you, because now they try to actually mold themselves, shape themselves into what they believe that he wants. And this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Like, sometimes you would go out, you see a group of friends, and you kind of manage to see the one that's the hottest one. That's the one usually, like, you kind of treat like shit. So let's say she's an 8, so you don't pay her no attention. You actually ghost her, and you end up fucking the 7 quicker, way quicker. So so it's like a lot of dudes, they just like so enticed by the female's beauty and all that shit. But let me tell you something. A chick that work at McDonald's got the same pussy as Beyonce. So usually the difference between a 7 and an 8 is just different makeup, newer hairstyle maybe, or different clothes. Most chicks are nothing more but an adjustable 7. And once you actually pass the whole beauty, okay, see, that's also one of the reasons why it's very hard for female to actually respect men, because to them all it takes is a little bit of makeup, get their nail done, a new pair, a new dress, and all that shit, and they can make you go crazy for them. So they can't respect that. So now, which actually now bring me back to the second person I wanted to talk about, which is Cam123. Cam made a video earlier about this chick called San Santana. I gotta admit that shit was pretty funny. And shout out for thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it. And in it, he was saying that the there's this luster African American male have when it comes to other races. And that is true. That is true, where, which is something that Stephen also mentioned in one of his videos, where a black man, or okay, and that the average African American male would actually let a white woman or a Latina woman get away with a lot more shit than they would to a black chick. You know, and do I fall in that category? Probably. I probably did. You know, that was before I was really like, okay, when I was just dating or just, matter of fact, first of all, I never really used to date. It was either I'm fucking or I'm not. And I never really wasted my time to actually try to date a chick. And but when it comes to African American women, I found it was a bit more difficult for me because I had to try to be somebody else. I had to try to be extra hard or try to be more black than usual. Versus with women with other races, I could just be, good old goofy Mark and then still get in them draws. So that's probably one of the reasons why actually I felt more comfortable with women of other races. But with that being said, I know women in every races they play the same game. It's only a matter of how they play the game. For African American women, they might be a little bit more aggressive, and it's why they actually kind of like the aggressiveness from their men, which is what used to be funny to me because the more I used to act like an asshole, and they would actually, it's like, all right, it's kind of weird when hunting African American women. What I mean by this is like I sometimes used to see the most disrespectful motherfucker, right? And for some reason, these other like, he would be able to get ass from black chicks like that. Just like that. Could be calling her a bitch, hoe, all this shit. All right. You remember that video that I posted not too long ago where this chick at the gas station and then there was like a whole bunch of dudes surrounding her like a pack of hyena. And then they will try to holler at her at the same time, calling her a bitch or a hoe, be like, oh, this hoe gonna get it. And it's like that shit worked for them for the majority of the part. And but also one of the things that, okay, let me rephrase that. Ghetto women. Only ghetto women will actually tolerate, the type of behavior of being called a bitch or a hoe from a dude that you're not even fucking yet. I mean, yeah, if you fucking a bitch, then yeah, you might call her all type of shit. She like that. But you just met her and then just calling her a bitch or a hoe just for the fuck of it, it's it's kind of hard. Only the urban mindset type of woman would actually tolerate that shit, you know? But now, as far as the infatuation when it comes to Latin American women as well as white women, and it's because that most African American men, if they like, they're from the hood, they're from the ghetto, then they're not really used to coming across femininity. And because it's not just about the beauty. It's not just about the beauty. You can listen, black chicks look good as well as white chicks, as Latina chicks. But it's the attitude. Is the attitude and is the femininity that actually drive these men insane. So therefore, when they come across Latina, that's just to her, it's natural to be feminine. It's natural to where her culture kind of provide her, show her how to be a woman. So when they're just being themselves and actually be their regular feminine self, and then the black man is not used to that, so that should drive him insane. And of course, I cannot deny the color struck as well. So dealing with a different culture, and now you feel like that's the best you're gonna get. It's kind of like this, right? Let's say the woman from your culture is just the regular food that you get at home all the time, right? So when a five-star meal come across your way, then you're gonna treat that shit like, oh my God, this is the best food I ever got. But if you actually start eating that five-star meal on a regular basis, then that five-star meal become just like your regular meal that you used to eat. So that's the difference between when a guy is actually used to dating interracial or fucking around with like chicks from different races, and it no longer matter to him what kind of color this woman is, because it gets to the point where it's like, well, if pussy is all you can give me, then pussy is all I want. So when you asked me earlier that, do I think that this chick right here would would she be marriage material? On hindsight, no. I mean, would I fuck her? Yeah, she's fuckable. But as far as, you know, taking her seriously in a relationship, mm, not really. She would have to prove to me that she's more than just a ghetto ass chick. Because we look at men as if like we have no standard when it comes to dating. Granted, some men don't. But when it comes to try to actually get something more serious on the long run, then we have a higher standard for the women that we're either dating or we're planning on marrying than from a chick that we're just fucking. Fucking a chick, man, we'll fuck fat bitches, skinny bitches, black bitches, blue bitches, purple bitches, white bitches. It doesn't matter when it comes to fucking. But when it comes to a girl that you want to be able to take home to your parents, a girl that you wouldn't mind actually taking her to a ball where you don't want to be embarrassed because she's going to start acting ghetto, a girl that she can actually give you that emotional comfort where it's not just about, you know, cooking and cleaning for you and shit like that. No, it's that part of it. Yeah, that is a bonus. I really don't care if a chick, you know, will cook and clean for me and shit like that, because I can do that shit myself, right? But the emotional security, that nurturing aspect, if a woman don't have that, then she's not marriage material. And when you're looking at women in the West, it's very, very hard to actually find those who actually are nurturing. Yeah, you might find those that can be feminine. But whether it's white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever the race may be, if you have a Westerner mentality, then it's very it's very unlikely that you are a nurturing woman. And it's the same thing with the men. When you have that kind of the American mindset or that Westerner mindset, then you have that selfish behavior to which now you just want to pump and dump. And so there's a wise man once said, right? The power in the relationship reside with the one who actually cares the least. So what I mean by that is these female, you know, when they're still young, attractive, and you know, lighter skin, they know motherfuckers gonna be throwing themselves at them left and right. So right now they don't care. So that's why they don't care about their behavior. They don't care about how, you know, the world kind of see them, as long as they see them attractive, right? That's all they care about. But once age starts to pick up, once they start hitting their 30s, and then they realize that all the bad boys, all the black dudes that used to lust after them, gonna now move on to the newer version of her. Now that's when she's gonna start to panic. And that's when she's gonna start saying that, oh, these niggas ain't shit. But they were always shit when you were fucking with them. You just didn't concern yourself at that time because you didn't want to be kept. You wanted to actually keep your option open. But now once the looks start to fade, and then you realize, oh shit, I need to have a personality. That's when the bashing begins. And as far as standard, because women in the West no longer really have standard, I'm not talking about like from a financial standpoint. Obviously, they want to have the best of the best when it comes to, you know, they want to have a guy with a nice car with all this bullshit. But as far as standard, we men need to actually start to have those standards. We need to actually start to apply those standards. And that even include not fucking any type of chicken, you know? And I don't know, maybe I'm talking shit right now because I'm married. So therefore these female, like, they don't really impress me anymore. But I don't know, when you're young, you're single, a chick throwing pussy your way, obviously you're gonna hit that. But as you get older, you get more mature, and then you realize that the world doesn't revolve around sex. And you have to find a way to protect your seed. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be one of these motherfuckers talking about these bitches and shit. Just like these women right here at some point will be on social media talking about these niggas and shit. So I guess that's all I have to say. This is our Banaka. Share, like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Oh yeah, and then check out Kim's video as well as Steven's video. So shout out to you guys. You guys all always make good content. All right, peace out. So